Okay guys, welcome to the live stream and AMA here at Overkill. This is Overkill Hampus, producer here at Starbreeze. And we have Jules, our genius vertical man, doing all the gameplay, tweaks and everything you don't like. And I'm Overkill Joachim, fucking with you at the forums. So today we have a few questions from the thread that we are gonna answer. And I will take questions from the thread, and I will also take questions from the chat that you're chatting. Okay, so we will start with some game design questions. No, actually we'll start with some marketplace related questions. So Hampus, if Jiro dies at an old age, will his son take his place? This question was by Kento.
Wait, if Jiro dies?
Yeah, Kento is asking if Jiro dies.
Oh, if he dies of old age. Oh, okay.
It is his heritage.
Oh, so you mean that you don't have to earn your place in the Payday gang? That is, yeah. No, absolutely not. Don't stop being entitled, Kento.
So Kento is not gonna take Jiro's place in any case.
Well, maybe if he
I'm not
earned
gonna
it.
rule anything out.
Yeah, he could earn it. Maybe go to college. I don't know.
Well,
Go to
maybe if
college.
he starts robbing bank instead of being gone.
Like Bane's private college somewhere.
I have one more question for you, Hampus. And this question is from Pekmes Pita. And is, could this be a more obvious and laughable PR stunt?
PR stunt. Yeah. I mean, a PR stunt. No, it's. I don't think it's a PR stunt to have, 3 ugly game developers in a sofa, like cuddling about and just answering questions. But I mean, we could do a PR stunt if you wanted to, and then you would see how that looks like. But we're not going to do that.
But if he refers us to update 100 as a PR stunt and us removing the microtransactions, would you say that's a PR stunt?
No, I mean, we want to listen to the community, and as we're pushing for so much right now, and with communication and transparency, listening to what the community wants, and when the majority did not like safes and microtransactions concerning skins and the stat boost, then that's something that we considered to remove, and we finally moved towards that. So it's not a PR stunt. It's us keeping our ties closer to the community.
I totally agree with your answer, and I think we're showing on many different levels how we're trying to get closer to the community all the time, right?
Yeah, I mean, like with the skill
Hopefully,
beta.
yeah.
So if this is PR stunt, the skill beta is technically also is a PR stunt, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So the next question is from a one-eyed smiley. Do you have any idea how freaking happy the announcement made me? Jules, you know?
No, I haven't read anything.
No.
No.
Could you please send a picture to Jules at starbreeze.com and show us how happy you are, and we will be really happy. I would print it and put it on Jules' desk, actually. Let's take the next question of Toasty Buns. Toasty Buns is a frequent poster on the forum and a personal favorite of mine. So let's see.
Oh, you got favorites?
I got favorites.
Oh, you're keeping favorites?
Yeah,
in the
all
community?
over the place. I have them in on the friends category and a favorites category.
Isn't that this thing that
It's
you try to
reason-
keep secret while everyone knows instead of just saying out loud?
Ah, damn it.
The reason he's in here is because he's your favorite?
Yeah. I especially invited him to the forums and everything.
I hope his
I
question is
picked
good.
all his questions. They're all in here.
Oh.
So greetings to you, Toasty Buns. So have you guys considered amping the price of the Game of the Year edition and adding in the recent DLCs? Or an alternative question, have you guys considered lumping older DLCs together into a more expansion pack model to drastically cut down on displayed DLCs? Hampus, would you care to take that one?
Sure. I mean, that's a great idea, and since we're keeping such a high pace, like releasing content, both free and DLCs, stopping to think that maybe we should just release a Payday 2 bundle again with like Game of the Year edition is definitely something that we started to think about again, so we can sort of have all the DLCs in a bundle, and then you can see Payday 2, and then maybe you don't have to scroll down your whole list of DLCs in order to find them. They're basically in the base game. It's something that we are considering doing, and we're looking into doing it. And it's a really good idea.
Nice. I'm gonna scroll down here a bit. Let's see. What do you mean with Payday is ours again? Wasn't it always Overkill's IP? By Nino Chaos Drache. Yeah, that's a good question. It was our IP. We acquired all rights to it now. You can read the press release we done. But we shared the IP together with 505, our publishers. And after some time now, and we made a lot of money, we just wanted to own the whole IP, basically,
Ourselves,
for the future. So we bought them out. Let's move on. Will you change the Steam store info, developer and publisher, to Overkill Software instead of 505 Games and Starbreeze? From the same person here, Nino Chaos Drache. No, we can't do that, because when we released the game, 505 was the publisher. So they still technically are the publisher of 505 Games. We do control the rights, but they still were in from the beginning and published our games, right, guys?
Yeah.
I think that is the correct answer. Maybe it was technically wrong, and someone from admin or a president of this company is gonna behead me. I don't know, but I think that's the right answer. Let's see.
I mean, they did publish a game. What is done is done.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to Dark Raptor 777. Will there still be a Steam workshop added at some point? Would be cool to be able to contribute to the game, even if skins are free. Jules, do you want to answer?
Yeah, we are working on the workshop actually right now, and it will come soon. Well, not super soon, but in the foreseeable future. And of course, we'll have you guys be able to work on creating your own skins, implementing them in the game through us, of course, and then be able to have them drop in the game, share it with a friend, trade them with your friend, and all of that, as it works basically in other game, but completely free like the rest of the new safe we will drop in the loot drop.
Then I have some gossips here, Jules. It's a guy here on the stream, Random Troll 39, says you were on General McBadass tonight, last night. Is that true?
Yeah, I was playing.
You really?
Yeah. Why not?
But you suck at the game.
But I had sentries.
Oh.
I just took the maniac perk deck and put the sentry down.
Yeah, that explains. That explains it. Okay, we have Adam 2 here. From the chat, will the Sydney Bodie Wolf and Jimmy safe return and drop as second gen safes? I would say initially no, it won't. For those people, that would be fairly unfair for those people who already bought Sydney drills or Wolf drills or any of those. So we're not gonna release them as Generation 2. I will be moving back to the thread now with questions from the thread in the forum. How about kill track to skins, asks Dobie. Jules, can we have a kill tracker?
So as much as we can do many things interesting with a tracker on the weapons, maybe directly kills is not the best thing to have in Payday, as the players tend to kill a lot of enemy, and we will reach several digit numbers that will be unreadable after like the mass murdering of innocent cops coming to stop you.
For Washington.
So I mean, maybe not specifically kills directly. We can always find something interesting, completed heist, millions made while wielding the gun, or anything we can think that could be interesting for the player to know about their weapons. And but as far as what exactly, I guess we'll have to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, of course, listen to you in the community, so I mean, if you have good ideas and post them and suggestions and feedback, we are always reading that and picking up new stuff there, so continue giving ideas and we will look into it. So the next question is from Thunder with registered R. Will the old safes also be free to open up? No, they will be they will not be free. You will have to use keys, and we will continue selling keys for all those who still own the old safes, but they will not be free to open. Also, because of the unfairness towards those people that already bought keys and safes. Another question here from Cashnet Durandi is: can safes contain stuff for the safe house? Jules?
No, they will not. Like we said already, the safe house will be fully of itself in the game directly. There will be no like intermediary transaction to have, or it will all be part directly of the game.
Okay, okay. Let's look at the chat some more and see if we have some more questions there. Okay, we have one here from STXRM LOL. Will we be able to visit friends' safe house?
Yes, our ambition is that any host will be able to access his safe house from the menu and start it with any number of clients he can have in his lobby, and bring them to his safe house to visit it. If you want to visit someone else's safe house, you would like to have him host the safe house.
Okay. So we have one question here from Marcus100 to Hampus, and it's cat mask. When? I think the question is when do we release a mask that is a cat?
Oh. Why did I get to answer that? All right.
You like cats, don't you?
I do not. I am the main reason why you don't have cat mask in the game right now. So I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, there will be no cats.
No?
Maybe.
Not even a fox.
Fox is cool.
Fox is cool.
Foxes are cool. Yeah.
Foxes are cool.
Definitely cool.
Yeah. Okay, we have more question here. What are the chances of Simon's updated soundtrack making it into the game for use in Heist? I don't really understand that question, because I guess all songs are in the soundtrack. No, we're missing a few.
Yeah,
we will update the soundtrack with the remaining songs. That's not in yet. Let's see. We have Waifus Smuggler. Have you guys ever considered adding a Turkish heister? Kaiser Sase. Hampus? Hampus is also our creative director.
No. What? No, absolutely not. No, I'm a bruiser. No. But the question was if we ever would
if we thought about doing a Turkish
heister.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. It's like the PAYDAY crew needs new members, or if they just find somebody that's potentially good. It's a possibility, like so many other things. Like we basically can do what we want to do, and if it comes to that, if we want to really do a Turkish heister, we would.
We have a question here from Kermit984. Hey, I'm wondering if you will be able to jerk off in the game in future updates. And no, as your mom is not in the game, it's no use. Let's move on to
somebody actually asked that.
Yeah,
yes,
somebody
actually asked that.
It's amazing.
We never know what happened, right?
Yeah.
Where could the game go?
We will go back and ask some questions for the thread now. See where we are. So this question is from Link. So will the people who spend lots of money on skins get all the money back? Jules, will you take that one?
Yeah, sure. No, we won't refund the skill, as we're not making the skin or anything that anyone has already obtained free. So you still have the value for what you have paid for. Then it's, I guess, to see if it increases the value or not, because this item will get rarer, that they're not distributed anymore. So there probably the opportunity to see certain like legendary weapons or things like that to rise in price, or maybe in interest from the other players. Then it's like on market, it's driven by what you guys want to have and what you guys want to buy.
Okay. So we have a question here from Junkrat Nation, who asks who made the safe opening music when you get a common, uncommon, rare, epic, and a legendary. You know that?
Yeah.
I know.
What about you, Hampus?
You know.
Well,
Yeah, it's Simon Wiklund.
It's Lord Simon Wiklund.
Yeah, of course.
The one and only. So next questions: are the microtransactions completely gone? I mean, if we get a safe, will we be able to sell them? And if we get the skin, will we be able to sell those? Yeah, the thing here is that you will be able to trade them on the market still, both the safes and the skins you obtain. We will not sell anything to open the safes, the next generation, but you will still be able to trade them as you want. Probably the market price is going to be lower for the lower items, I suppose, and still obtain pretty high on the higher item because it's still
Rare, yeah.
they're still rarer to get. So
We are not touching the marketplace. It will still be here as it has been.
exactly. So the next question from Giddy Forces that also have with this question to do is: so are the safe drop rates gonna remain the same? Yes, the drop rate for the safes will be similar or the same. I can't promise you it will be exactly the same, but it will be in the same area, same time. Yeah. Does this means you guys are gonna slow down on the DLC? From Commander Fluffles here, and I can answer that question. We're not gonna slow down on DLCs. People love when we do content. We love doing content. We think it's fun, and hopefully a lot of you guys thinks that it's fun with our DLCs. So we will not slow down, right, guys?
Yeah.
Do you want to slow down?
No, not really.
I mean, it's there is no reason to it. Slowing down means that you will get a less updated game, and
Less
that's
content.
nobody wants that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
less
unless-
content, and it's fully optional to buy DLCs or not. If we release a heist DLC, you can still play it if you don't own it. Only that you can't host it. So I mean, it's a win-win situation for all of us.
As long as we have player,
Yeah.
no reason to stop.
Exactly. We have from Cat Attack here. When will new cup masks come? The cup masks is under production. We are creating them as we speak right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's 2 left to be done.
Mm.
I'm not certain, but
The image stop. Can you?
1 minute, guys. Here we go. Something with the video link. Yeah, I think it's 2 cup masks left. I'm not entirely sure if it's 1 or 2, but they're under
I think it's
production,
2. Yeah.
and we will release them in a few weeks, either before E3 or right after. But we will probably not release the cup mask during E3. No. So let's see if the chat has some questions again. We have a pig face man here that says, why don't you care about the console ports? Do you want to update them about the consoles, Hampus, a bit?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we care. I mean, we're working on it, and Amir has done, and also Andreas has done continuous updates to sort of keep you guys in the loop of what we're doing. Basically, what's taking time right now is that we're implementing a new system so that in the future, console updates will be on par with the PC updates. But that system that we're trying to implement for that is complex. And our team that is working on it, they're working really hard on it. And they made some huge progress, which is great. And then the next content update, we might be able to talk some more into detail about that. But we definitely haven't forgotten you guys. Like, we're still working on it. And we're dedicating like big resources, or a lot of resources to it. And you will see results in the near future, for sure.
Nice. So we have a question for all 3 of us, I guess, of Phoenix Crescent here, who asks us, what do you think of the skills balance right now? So I guess we start with Jules, the creator of the new skill.
Well, the beta just got released into the live version of the game, and as much as I think this is making the game a lot better, we still have some tweaks to do. certain skills, as I have already talked about, like the saw needs a rework of the CM jammer function to make it more loud friendly for players, and all these kind of things that we won't stop doing need to be done to. I mean, we'll never stop balancing the game, but other than that, I'm pretty happy how it turned out, and from what I've seen on the forum, people seems to be generally happy about it too.
Yeah.
Which make me happy too, of course.
Yeah, it was. I felt it was really good, and I mean, sentry guns are tons of fun right now. So
Maybe a little bit of a nerf here.
yeah, they need a little bit, but you know, so now you have it. It's gonna be a nerf, so get those sentry builds out there. I mean, it's really fun, especially at Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and I can't really say anything about the balance. I suck too much to actually say anything about the balance.
And he could only play with a deagle, and he was nerfed.
Yeah,
dual
so
deagles. Yeah.
Triple deagles.
Oh, you're right, triple deagles.
the chat is going so fast, so I can't remember who said this, but I was supposed to ask Juice if you like ice cream.
Yes, and I know who posted that question.
You do?
Damn you!
Oh,
Damn
yeah.
you people eating ice cream!
Oh, somebody.
Oh, you have a secret fan here at the office?
Oh, I
love
didn't
it.
get any. Yeah.
We have from Party 4 Pancakes here. What about workshop for mods like Left 4 Dead and Killing Floor? We will not do a workshop for mods. We discussed this a couple of times. One of the big reasons for that is that mods crash the game, and we don't want to take responsibility for that. If we gonna have a workshop with mods, you need to supervise those mods and see through to it that we don't do as I think what was that game, Stellaris, who had the only white people mod or something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Not a great.
that's kind of shitty.
Not a great.
But I think Stellaris did a good job. I think they got that out of the game and out of the workshop pretty fast, right?
They
Yeah.
took good action.
Also
on it.
And it's a good
yeah.
game. But
Also, like in terms of mod supporting and everything, as you might realize, like some of you, or a lot of you probably are, like mod users
Questions in this country.
as well. It's that you realize now that we update so often, like almost like, you know, every 2 weeks or something, and we do pretty big changes sometimes. And having like Left 4 Dead, for instance, that updated not that frequently, for instance, they can do that. But in order for us to do that, that would make the updates take longer because we have to coordinate with moderators. The way we do it now, we release and the moderators, and we communicate with the moderators still. But modders.
modders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't disturb Ashley. She's moderating now.
Right. Yeah. No. So that would take the content to longer. So what I would suggest instead is that, like, when you know there's an update coming out, like you see there's like disable all mods for a day or two, and give the modders a break. Like give them some time to catch up, basically. And the modders, if you're a modder, like please just like ask Joachim, me, or Jules if there's any detail that you need for, like, you know, making your mod better for the coming updates and stuff like that. And we can help you.
But do remember that we still have a rule that if your mod is forcing stuff onto other players, what can I say? We don't want that mod. We're not going to help out with that mod. We will see that as cheat and destruction of game. We do support modding, but it has to be the terms of non-modders as well, right? Yes? Yeah.
I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with other player experience.
No,
basically.
exactly.
It's fine to alter your own, but not people that just come in and try to have a good time or anything like that.
Yeah.
I also have an announcement to make that regards actually our moderators. We on Overkill Software has now hired Overkill Ashley and Overkill Jones to take a bigger responsibility and handle our forums when we're not there. They still go under our restrictions and rules, but we don't have the time, and we think they already done a good job, so we think it was good to hire them.
Yeah, I mean,
basically. So welcome to the crew, Overkill Ashley and Overkill Jones. If I had flowers here, I would throw it in the air. So I have a question from one of our well-known streamers, Stratmaniac, that we all know about from the TCN, the criminal network.
hi Andy.
Hope you're doing good. The question is, Will you create a competitive heist for stealth players? Jules, that feels like you.
So about this, am I assuming competitive as in tournament, PAYDAY 2 tournament? And I think it's interesting to talk about this because we actually need to improve. I don't know if we'll directly get stealth heist as the next thing we'll do, because that's a lot of work, especially as stealth. We need to think, I want to say, other technical issue before we can have a well-rounded up stealth heist, but we will definitely keep on working into improving our tournament, especially since there is money involved. People want to be able to try to do the best, so most definitely.
Yeah, but like until then, like you can stealth run or
you can do stealth run on any of the heists and try to post it, see someone do better.
But the best one is a dockyard.
Are you gonna go there again?
Yeah.
When you
This
had
is pretty static, right? So
no, the developers that got to test the heist 3 weeks before anyone had the record for a while.
But it didn't last long though. Somebody destroyed
I
me.
actually think it was one of the TCN guy that took the record now.
Oh really?
You have to inform us of that, Andy Stratmaniac.
Yeah,
but,
brings the shame back to Hampus.
But I think it was one of your guys that has the record on Dockyard right now.
Yeah. And Dockyard is really fun to speedrun if you don't know how. Like, please try it over and over, and only Death Wish.
Okay, lazy as car fi is questioning: will Wolf get a new voice actor, or what will be done with his lines? So Hampus, I know you have been looking into these problems. Maybe you can answer this.
Yeah. And for now, Wolf is Wolf, and it's really hard for us to sort of change like his VO. Like if we would, it's definitely something that we're gonna take a long time to work on and consider. And keeping his likeness the way he is, like that's something that we will still wanna do, right? Like we want Wolf to look the same as always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
But,
we all agree on that. I talked to
yeah.
Andreas the other day, and
Yeah,
he
exactly.
said the same thing.
Yeah, and updating his VO, that's definitely something that we want to do. And if that means we're changing voice actors, then you can understand that's what we're gonna do then. So, but we'll find somebody that's true to the Swinglish.
To the Swinglish.
Yeah.
To the Swinglish.
Yeah, to the vi klarar det. So.
To Quilamno, if I say that right. No, I'm not Italian, I'm actually French. That's not an Italian accent.
You should know that. That's quite different.
Yeah,
So,
they're mean to me because of this all the
nothing,
time.
No.
I know you're catering to
Pizza,
the stereotypes.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are a stereotype. So, let's see. I have one question, but it goes so fast in the chat here. The question was if we could make an open source map editor, and I don't think that's possible. Maybe you could fill me in, Jules. I think that's hard with this engine.
No, we
actually-
currently don't have the mean to make that happen.
No.
So it's not something that's like in any way in the foreseeable future.
I know some modders are working on Heist, and I'm really curious on how they're doing it. I've seen some videos. I think I showed you.
Oh,
them.
Yeah, they do their own heist.
Is it Big Bushy Beard or I don't remember all
Was
the names.
something on the-
Some of
the
you
bank,
guys
right?
out there from the Last Bullet is doing a heist, and
And it was looking really
it's,
cool.
It's awesome. It's cool. I don't know how you do it. You have to send me
Yeah, we won't stop you guys from
an
doing
email.
it.
No,
Yeah.
we won't. But unfortunately, we can probably not help you with a map editor. So let's see if we have more questions here, or we should move on. What engine do you plan to use on Payday 3? I guess, as we have announced for the Overkill: The Walking Dead, we announced out that we're using a new engine that we bought, Valhalla, right?
Yes.
And I presume that maybe we are going to use that, but I can't say for sure we're going to use that. But it is an engine we own, and that is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
yeah, one of the reasons we're not on
I mean,
Payday 3, I guess, is
answering-
because we
yeah.
want more technical, like,
Yeah,
challenge for Payday 3.
I mean, answering the question, it will be another engine than diesel for sure.
yeah, absolutely. Can't say if it's going to be Valhalla or not, but yeah, we're going to have a new engine. So, why is Grinder nerfed, Jules? Ask Gamermita. How
Well,
could you do this?
as simple
The
as this.
favorite noob perk deck. No, I didn't say that.
Ah,
I use it all the time.
yeah, exactly. Triple Deagle and Grinder, that's all you were running
Yeah, I
around.
use it all the time. Triple
Well,
Deagles.
I was just running through the office, and one day I saw Joachim actually complete a heist, and then I knew something was wrong. So, you know, there was something to be done. And then the other day, you know, I saw him play with a sentry and actually win a heist. So there we go.
Yeah, that's
This
how
is
he nerfs.
Yeah,
He
this is how
checks my
nerfs
screen.
works, Yeah.
No, but in a more serious tone, it was too strong and it's been too strong for a while. And in the skill balance, there is a lot of skill that can couple really well with Grinder. So even if it's a nerf, just like be creative, use all the new tools to your disposition to try to compensate for what's been lost, and there should be no problem.
We have Han YOLO Q here from Star Wars asking, do we have any new updates coming for Infamy? I know you have designed
Yes.
something for Infamy. It's
So,
not done yet, but
We don't
so,
have all
yeah.
the details on the content, but basically what we want to do for Infamy point 3 on the big line of what we're doing is the first thing we want to remit the limit of how many time you can level. It doesn't mean the player will get a reward for every level he gets in Infamy, but it will mean that as a player you're able to basically reach an infinite amount of Infamy and keep leveling as many times as you want. On top of that, we also want the players to be able to earn the reward through the Infamy system without having to reset themselves. It does mean that it will go slower for these people that just want to grind at top level than people that actually reset the level, because you need some sort of, you know, trade back from actually losing everything and starting again.
Yeah, of course.
But there will be an optional way for the player to earn the reward in Infamy. And then of course we will extend certain amount of cosmetic rewards. We want to keep it cosmetic, as we don't want to have in any shape or way the need for the player to actually go Infamy to feel optimal playing the game. And that's pretty much it. Then we, like I said, we don't know exactly the content, and we try to think of cool rewards or whatever we can have back then that makes the player feel rewarded for all the hours he put in our game.
So I got an answer here now from Stratmaniac. The record that's held on Dockyard is by TCN Jack, and it's 7 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so
that is crazy.
45 seconds better than me.
Yeah, work to do here.
Yeah.
I also saw in the chat that somebody wrote Payday 3 confirmed. Payday 3 is not confirmed. It is talked about, and we can't confirm it. I hope our bosses will say, let's do this now, and we can actually start working on it. That would be so much fun. But we can't confirm that it's started or anything.
I mean, we'll first finish our 18 months of Payday, and then we'll see what happens depending
But I would
on you
really
guys.
look forward to do it.
Basically what we're saying is that if we're gonna do Payday 3, we will use a new engine. Like,
Yeah.
Because we don't want to use this anymore. That's the only thing we're saying.
Yeah. Oh, we have a good question here from Iris. Are you challenging Almir with your beard, Joachim? No, I'm not challenging him. He's challenging me.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. He had this beard. And I know you hear me, Almir. Look at this shit. Okay, so we have a question. No, we don't have a question. It goes so fast. I'm going to go over actually to our other questions from the thread, because we need to get them done as well for a moment. I'm just going to scroll down here. Okay, we have a question here. What is the time frame of the release of the safe house? Because you guys know I put out an FAQ to see what you liked and disliked, and that you could touch our ideas and see what we're going with, right?
Yeah.
And I think the time frame you should look at is 2 to 4 months, if nothing really bad happens. But that is the time frame we're working with right now, 2 to 4 months. So we have a question from How Do I Nickname? I can teach you. Will old maps from Payday the Heist will be added, and more free content? We're gonna release a few more Payday the Heist maps. I don't want to say more than that, but we will release a few. I know a few is asked for a lot on the
Yes.
forum.
We have seen this.
Yeah.
and we are started looking at 2 now, but I'm not saying more than that. And if we will add more free content, yes, we will add more free content to the game. We're having a ratio. I don't know if it's like 50-50, 60-40, 40-60, but we're releasing every now and then free content, right, guys?
Yeah, whenever we can.
Yeah. Here's my favorite question I find in the thread, and I'm gonna make Hampus answer it. Is there gonna be a Terminator DLC? I want to play as Arnold Schwarzenegger for so long, and can you guys ask him on Twitter to come over and do the voice work? This is from Kyle. I love Kyle. Please, Hampus, answer this.
Wait, so it will be like the Terminator character?
Yeah, we need to contact Almir.
Oh.
Almir need to contact his guys that contacts, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger guys that contact him, and then it's done. Right?
Is it though?
So I say, hey, the guy from Overkill want to die, and like, woo? What?
No, I
What's
think he's gonna say yes right away. I would say yes right away if I be Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's so cool.
So basically, even though that would be. I mean, it's a cool mod for sure. And for us, as we try to also communicate, like we're trying to do pushing towards like more serious content again and stuff like that. Even though like Terminator would be cool, like including the Terminator lore and universe into our game would be going against like what we wanna push for now, which is basically pushing to the more sort of serious, more darker story that actually is Payday. This crew that cares about nothing but money, basically.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but we could have.
So we get Terminator.
Well, no.
No, we could have Arnold, but not the Terminator itself.
Okay,
I mean,
fuck
he could
Terminator.
do
But
it.
having
Go with Arnold, guys. We go with Arnold.
Having an Austrian character.
I
would be cool.
need Arnold. I need Arnold.
Yeah, I think it's
can't
time for
do
the
it.
next
I can't
question
do
You
now.
can't
voices.
even. No.
I
You
can't
only
do
got the.
voices.
You only got a dark voice. You can't
Yeah.
do impersonations.
I know. So we have a question here from Caustic Soda Pop Hillary for Prison. That's one name. Will there ever be any more forced crossovers? No, and there have never been any forced crossovers either. Because every crossover we've done, we've...
Yeah, but I think they
We've
mean
done
they mean forced as forced in the universe, not
Oh.
as we are forced
Oh,
to do it.
Oh,
I
really?
would assume, yeah, that sounds like because of course we're not forced to do anything. We have our own way
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
thinking, but maybe we did go a bit overboard with certain of the theme and going into that's maybe not to the liking of everyone.
yeah. Some
And like Campus was saying about
Yeah.
the Terminator,
that
we
would
want
be
to
a-
avoid to shoehorn too much.
Yeah. It's that would be Terminator is a good example of breaking sort of the lore wall, if you will. And I mean we're always walking that fine line, and maybe if you're considering Goat Simulator, whatever you might think of it, I mean the heists are super fun. I still like them, stuff like that, and it's smuggling cooking in cokes, but in goats. But yeah, I mean it's one of our more sort of lighter themed heists for sure, and maybe not as serious as it could have been if it wasn't about goats. But at the same time, it's a fun heist, and but we're trying to do less content that feels like it's pushing into or pushing itself into our lore, intruding in it instead of melding with it. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's been up on the... people have talked a lot about 505 the last 2 days after Almir's update, and 505 have never forced us to do a theme or anything. The crossover is our choice, and we actually had fun doing them, and we think it's fun to do them. But yes, we got a lot of criticism, as Hampus said.
Yeah.
And I don't need to repeat everything he said, but I just want to clarify that no other company or publisher has ever forced us to do a crossover.
People barge in with weapons and say, "You do this now, you do
That
this
did
now."
happen though. That did happen though. Let's see. We will jump one question here because we already got it in the chat. Should we check out the chat again, guys? You think it's time?
We could go to the bottom of the list and then
Okay.
go again of that.
Yeah, for this category.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. When will people be able to buy the Mega Humble Alienware Loot Bag E3 2015 Payday Con Masks from Adam 2. Adam, you have a lot of questions, and I see you are touching me here on my Steam account, and I will answer this. No, you will not be able to buy them, cause it would be unfair for those who were at PayDayCon or those who bought the loot bag or bought an Alienware. What we will do is keep continuing having all these competitions and other
Maybe give more
things in
opportunity.
that form, like raffles and stuff, where we can put those codes out, but we will not put them up for sale or for free. No. If you decide to discontinue Payday 2 after 18 months, will you make Payday 3, or will another company take over and do more Payday 2 from Cana? Do you want to answer this? Maybe.
Sure.
Jules? Yeah.
I mean, it's not something we know now, and like we were talking about earlier, it all depends on how the community is at that time. If you guys are like overwhelmingly asking for more Payday 2, we probably try to provide in some way or another.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean canceling Payday 3 in any way or anything like that. The video stopped again.
Oh, damn the video.
Sorry guys for that. It's our first time going with such a camera, and yeah, it seemed like we're back.
Working so good. Well,
Yeah, don't mind these people. They were sitting on the side looking at me while I was struggling to make something happen.
Yeah.
These are technical support.
That's what
well.
producer do. Be worrisome.
Ordering people and making sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to summarize, it all depends on the state of our player base and what people want. We always try to go towards where the player is. I mean,
Yeah.
we're a company after all.
So, why did you choose to support Payday 2 for 2 years instead of developing a new Payday? The game is still alive. We still have a lot of players. We have a good community that I think is fun to play together, and we see no reason to just jump on to the next train when we still can, have fun with Payday 2, right?
yeah, I mean, there's nothing magical about creating like the sequel when you can like continue creating something in an already fun IP. I mean, like Payday 2 is a really fun game. I mean, before I started working here, I was a player too of Payday 2, which is like super fun. So I get to see both sides as well, and it's how should I say? It's like we'll take our time, and when we feel that that's something that we want to do is to create a sequel, then we would do that. But until then, we're having so much fun like creating content for Payday 2, and since you guys seem to have so much fun playing it, then we see no reason to stop. Not just yet, anyway.
Oh,
Exactly.
so
we
I
will-
see this one for Mr. Mboy _11. Make an update that you can play with more players. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I still think we need to do that thing where we get the 14-player lobby going
14.
on. 14, yes,
we
with
need
people
to.
from
Yeah,
the office.
yeah. The last bullet guys, was it?
Yeah.
they really
That sounds like
yeah.
a lot of fun. I think they're probably gonna have to figure out some things after the beta, so it works a bit more smooth.
Oh yeah, that would be
And
fun.
as soon as this goes, I think this should happen, right?
Yeah. And everybody gets sentry guns.
Yeah, and converted cops. See what we can do. How much we can break this.
The
Maybe
army,
some
yeah.
death wish.
All of it.
My girlfriend is wondering why are all the female characters so ugly? Asks God is 7. Yeah, that's kind of a, everybody thinks different. I don't think they're so ugly. I mean, Bunny's not really my type, but I can do a few nights in Ireland, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you think they're ugly?
I think it's more of a. I mean, all our characters, right? Like it's not only the. It's like all our characters are like they've all been developed for one story, like for one reason, and like all our female characters, for instance, I think they're super cool. Like they look really cool, and it's like even though like maybe the first time I heard Clover, like I got reduced hearing, but now since then I'm pretty fine.
Kind
I'm
of
fine with
good
that,
your
yeah.
earring is.
Yeah, and now I can't stop playing with her, so now I love her. But I mean, I love that tattoo and the hair of Sydney, for instance. They're super cool. So it's a matter of preference, and obviously you guys what we with your wallet, and we continue making things that we think are fun.
Yeah. I got a question here asking about one of my tattoos. That you want to see them? I don't know which one you mean. So here you go.
He's got too many.
Don't you have one that's of most interest for us? Oh wait,
Yeah,
it's in
I
the
have an
location.
overkill bomb here somewhere as well.
Yeah.
So, will the safe house serve as a lobby in between the heist from Gamermitta? I had this question a lot in the FAQ, and
we also
actually,
answered it.
did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, I know the answer. Yeah,
But actually,
But we'll answer it anyway.
we answered it anyway. I've seen more players actually. I've seen more players actually being against it than for it, because of loading time.
yeah, it would be
and different-
consuming to.
Yeah, it would probably be fun 1, 2, 3 times,
Yeah.
but would it be fun each time with that extra loading time? I don't think so. No.
I think like consider just the flow of getting into a heist, right? Like now you're going through 2 lobbies, one to prepare yourself and then one to coordinate, and then you're gonna have one that you're gonna walk around in. It's more like we want to get you into playing as fast as possible, and we'll keep the lobbies as they are right now.
Want me to go with the question? Yeah, so we don't see the name anymore. Sorry for that. There's a question about if we're gonna give out beta or alpha access to future DLC. I would say depending on if we can or not, because I know sometimes we have some limitation on what we're working with, or we can't, always have everyone try the contest. But from at least like game design perspective, it's always good to have people try before things out. Let's just find out like. We're a limited amount of people here at the office, even if we have like dedicated QA and all of that, and we can't cover the whole ground of everything that is a feature or that is pretty much anything we release.
Yeah, we don't want to show you everything either.
No, and we want to
want
hide
to keep
certain
secrets
things.
because you love secrets.
But as for things like betas, skill trees and things like that,
Yeah, exactly. It's
probably yes.
good from a gameplay perspective when we do tweaks, changes for gameplay. But for you ordinary DLCs, characters, and heists, we want to keep that secret until the end, right? Just to give you a good surprise. So, will you ever make a heist from Payday 2 concepts from Marvin LP? I've seen a few of your concepts or you guys' concepts, and I talked to you some. I think they are cool. We don't have anything in plan now for making a heist from Payday 2 concepts. Hampus, have you seen that group?
Yeah.
On Steam?
Yeah. And I think it's always fun to see the ideas, and also it's fun to see that we share ideas. Like I'm sure that people have seen that they're sort of thinking the same way as we do when we go towards like certain heist themes and stuff like that as well. I mean, there are some ideas that needs to be in a heisting game basically, and we got the armored transport like one for instance. We got the banks and all of that, and then we're looking at like other stuff. We're looking at also history, like real heist, like what has happened, and also movies and everything. And Payday 2 concept is also a place where we look just for, say, the start, like the train of thought, like starting a train of thoughts of heist. But there's nothing in the plan to actually get something from Payday 2 concepts.
No.
But not yet, anyway. I mean, but yeah, we're looking at it.
Yeah, we have 18 months, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
18 months. So I got a question here. Where is Almir? Can we see him? No, because he dumped us.
Yes, he dumped us.
He took a flight to Gothenburg.
It's time to do the sad face now.
I don't know what he's gonna do, but he just dumped us. Shitty Almir.
Oh no.
No.
No, he has work to do.
Yeah.
He couldn't be here. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
Overkill. No, that's not the one. Let's see. Will the fight against cheaters and reset? I want to get an answer for 5th attempt. I guess you're asking if we're gonna do more about cheaters. So we want to do more about cheaters, and I have a theoretical thing going on, a project me and Hampus have discussed a bit, it's not up to that level that we're actually producing something against cheaters, but we are discussing it and addressing it as a problem that we need to do something about it.
I think our biggest issue, like the thing that we're trying to like circle in on and figure out like how we can solve it the best, is cheaters who affect other players' experience when they're playing. It's like we don't like if you want to cheat like all your achievements, like unlocking all of them. It's not something that we condone, of course, but it's up to you. Like for us, achievements is a challenge. It's challenging ourselves and everything, so it gets more out of the game for us. But the moment you try to spawn bags and you're basically like ruining the experience for other people, that's the thing that we're trying to target, and we're working on something to, or like figuring out something to solve that without like ruining it for all the players that don't cheat, so they're not covered in like anti-cheat software that doesn't work and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's problematic because if we can close down like the full Lua, close down everything, but then you won't have any mods. So
yeah, exactly.
We need to choose, and we need to It's complicated.
So we missed the question. The question was from Party for Pancakes. Why is Hampus wearing socks?
Oh, well, we don't have shoes in this office.
Socks, yeah.
You can't have shoes in Overkill office.
No.
It's against the law. Everybody wears socks.
Socks.
So, hey Joachim, will you go out with me? From Robert Linguine. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Don't you have a...
I have to ask my wife.
Yeah, and a kid.
But going out,
kid.
just
but
having a beer, right?
if going out means taking a
innocent.
coffee, sure. Call me.
Coffee? You're not allowed to drink coffee.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
What's with the dodge system? Numbers are bigger. Oh god, I lost the question. It goes so fast. I had a few here that says the dodge system is kind of wonky. Do you want to explain the dodge system or talk about it a bit?
The dodge system is not that it actually directly make you dodge a bullet when it triggers the chance. It actually gives you a short period of non-damage, meaning I have a chance that I will, whenever I take a bullet, that I will take no damage for a really short duration. That's why you guys see that sometimes you constantly dodge and take no damage for a certain duration, as the effect can refresh himself while you're already dodging the damage. And then suddenly a lot of damage comes because we fail at dodging, and things can go down really fast.
Do you want to do visual representation of this? Like these are 10 bullets coming at you.
Can we have Yoaki run around and we throw things at
Oh,
him and he has to dodge?
But then the dodge mechanic will be broken.
That's actually good, because we got a question here. Who the three of us are the strongest? And I will think it is
Not
Hampus going to Jules, going to the sofa, the computer, and then me.
Yeah, we sat in crescent order.
We
of
forgot the
strengths.
bottle.
I have the brains. I'm more like the wheelchair guy in X-Men,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, so I'm
Wait,
kind of controlling them.
We tell him he has a brain.
Yeah, I'm kind of controlling them with my X-Men styling things going down.
Yeah. You don't even know the men.
How much can Jules bench press? How much can you bench press?
Yeah.
Is it one man, two men's, one man and two women?
I don't know. I looked at it the other day.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Is it in kilos or pounds?
We don't have pounds here.
No, we don't.
No.
So how many
Kilos.
kilos can you bench press?
You
Please
can
tell
bench
me.
press 1 mouse on a computer screen, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah. This is.
Do you want to give a strict answer to this, or should I go on to the next question?
I don't know.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
though.
it's embarrassing.
let's-
I'm ashamed of this.
Yeah, don't talk about this.
No, let's move on.
Will you reconsider older heist favors?
I
think-
guess pre-planning is talking about, right?
Yeah, that's probably pre-planning.
The thing with pre-planning is it's not completely working how we want it to work, and on most heists it's turned out to be more of for people that play a lot the game, like a constraint, having to go in takes the same kind of always the same decision are taken in pre-planning.
Yeah.
So we're probably not gonna let it die, but I guess we need to make it interesting in some way before we add it again to the game.
I think it's more about like adding it to a level where we feel that it's needed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically like if you're stealthing the diamond, you want you want the body bag case at a certain place because you play a certain way. So then it's interesting, but at the same time, it is like if you're playing Death Wish, the diamond, and you're trying.
The body case
like,
is
oh
useful,
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, yeah, that too. But it's like
Do
you're
not
doing
take
it over and over. No, don't don't take it for that one. Okay, it's a bad example, but like
No.
you're doing it over and over and over again, and you need pre-planning every time. It like I'm sure some of you already figure this out. Like it's figured this out. Like you know this already. It's like it's kind of annoying. Like we're trying to find a good balance for it. In some cases, it's really fun, and I love picking the escapes for most maps. Like,
Big Bang is probably the most successful one. With,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the one that it came from. Yeah, but also like the bombs, the bomb heist, right? Both the dockyard and the forest. Like those are working out pretty well with the pre-planning, I think. But the latest heist that we've done, for instance, it's
no real place for it. To
yeah,
be honest.
exactly. Yeah.
I think the best thing to do would have to have instead of giving like a alternate option where we end up having one best if it's drastically changed your experience during the heist by letting you choose different approaches without meaning like different losses and wins, more just a choice of what do you want to do today. That would be the most interesting.
I had a question from Idle Player. He asked if he could call me daddy. And
Oh my God.
Please don't.
Since I have a 5-year-old boy,
The competition, you don't want that. No.
I'm kind of used to it. So if you want to call me daddy, go ahead. Just use it in the right context, please. Yes, I saw the camera is freezing. I fixed it now, hopefully. We actually looped it because we did some nasty stuff to each other. Don't tell anybody. Will you guys end up letting Australians get jacket character for free? Yes, I believe we
Almir
still...
made an announcement about it.
I think
on the
there's an
forums.
announcement about that, and we still send codes to hungry Australians. I will double check this with
Target
Almir
Australians.
because it's his call.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we did that.
The
didn't
best
we?
thing to do is to check the thread, and then if you're unhappy, harass Almir.
Yeah,
He has we links the
check his announcement.
Twitter later, I guess.
I also, it's up here somewhere, got a question from a guy several times. Will ever melee weapon be moddable?
Moddable, no. But maybe it's time to talk about
Or customizable in
yeah.
some way?
Subjects that come up a lot about melee weapon is that they look, in terms of what they do right now, a lot the same, and then we have a few obvious choice. The problem being on the core of the mechanic. So I would really like to be able to rework melee weapons. It's not on the works yet or plan, but it's something that is an ambition to do. And then we would be able to give more diversity for them. And we have enough melee weapon in game already. That even if we had diversity, we still have like different cosmetic choice between them. Taking a simple example, like all hammers will do something special which is knocked down, and then all the other rest of the thing will just go on and have their own special function related to them. But not on the plans yet.
Wasn't it a bit short to remove the Sydney safes from the game? Yeah, it was. We discussed it and we thought it was fairest for all if we removed all saves at the same time, taking this white period off before the next save.
It uncomplicate things.
Yeah, it
for everybody.
uncomplicates things, and it's the same for all, same for us. Yeah. Straightforward. Let's see if we have more questions or if we should move on to our thread. When are we getting extra mod support that was talked about in the last Bullet Visits Overkill video? We are still looking into some of these things. It has been complicated for us. But we are talking to our programmers and checking out what we can do for the modders. Also, we have a few questions here from different people that talks about this bag mechanic, carrying more than 1 or 2 bags. Maybe you can fill us in on why it was removed from the beta.
So
Yeah, Jules. Why?
Why?
because I hate you all and I didn't want you to have 2 bags. This is the real reason.
Yeah.
No,
I missed that
We
scheme.
pressured him.
seriously, the producer came to me with weapons and they say we don't want to do this because it's too much work. No, here's the real reason this time for real.
Mm.
Talking with our programmer that was working with us on the skill tree beta, when he looked at the backcarrying system, it was too much of a work to do this compared to the time we have. And by making priorities, basically, the best thing to say was, this is not as important as fixing the sentry gun, for example.
Right.
So we said we'll do first all the thing we think are like higher priority,
Yeah.
and when we have time and we get to it, we still want to do the double carrying. Like I can easily speak for everyone here at Overkill when I say we all want to be able to carry 2 bags around.
Yeah. Ask our QA.
Yeah,
Seriously.
as QA.
Except Hampus, he's a sadist. He is.
I'll let other people carry my bags. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a question here on how frequently we will release safe. I can tell you that we have been releasing safes in a spectra about 6 to 7 weeks between them, right? I think we talked about that. 6
More or
weeks
less,
ish. And we will probably continue 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks there. Yes, I will read that one out loud. But there is also this thing with the workshop that we're working on. So we're doing 2 more safes ourselves, and hopefully the third from now will be a workshop, a community safe. Hopefully. That would be nice.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that would be fucking amazing to see
Can I
your
swear?
skills. No, you can't.
Are we allowed?
Not
No,
me
we're
either.
not. Oh,
No.
okay.
No,
yeah.
he hasn't been swearing like
no.
a sailor for
Well,
the
this
last
is
hour.
this is like your.
Sorry for all
Are
the
you at
Christians,
50%?
police
Yeah.
shooting people out there.
Are you at 50%?
Muslims, I
Are you
don't
at
know.
50% of your vocabulary now? Is
Yeah,
that
no,
what's happening?
actually
Yeah.
80%. So Inspector 81 asked this, and I think it's a Hampus question. If we can't carry 2 bags at once, can we get a rocket-propelled bag launcher?
Oh shit.
I want that. I so want that.
Well, now you just given us a great idea for a pre-planning asset. That's for sure.
Yes,
But no.
but no.
Oh, but Hampus, come on.
But yeah, pre-planning. Well, yeah.
Let's see. I'm moving away from the chat a bit. We have a few more questions from the thread. I really want to get that done. Here's a question that none asked yet. Will you guys update Linux version of PAYDAY 2 with functional mod overrides folders? This question is from Vavency. And yes, we are looking into the possibility of adding the mod overrides to Linux. That programmer that is designated for Linux is kind of busy, and we're trying to do double job there. But we are looking into a few things that's broken on Linux, and that's the mod override thing, and I think it's something with the VoIP, right? The built-in
Yeah, I don't know
voice
about
thing. Yeah,
this.
that we're looking into. I don't have it in my mind right now, but we're looking into a few big issues on Linux, and hopefully can get them out. No time spectra, but soon, somewhere. I don't know. Will you guys at Overkill fix some of the netcode problems with the PC version, like the desync and loss of connection to host? This question is from Ghost Entity. And Hampus, you and me talked about this the other day.
Isn't it?
About desync
yeah.
and all this. Do you want to share?
Yeah, for sure. But I just gotta. Isn't Ghost Entity? Isn't he the one also active in the stealth detection threads and all that?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of names.
Sorry, I just it felt similar, or like felt I don't know. Leaving that thought.
You're just like thinking, like, God damn, that dude never lets me go.
Yeah. No. So we discussed this the other day. We've been continuously working, all 3 of us, and getting the desync, especially the desync, fixed as much as possible. Because we realize it's an issue, and we've come to the point where we're actually now we're trying to set something up where we can put resources on getting a more sort of permanent fix, not for the whole thing, but baby steps, figuring out more ways. As you might remember, we did last year a couple of fixes to stealth, as well, sync issues, where clients had a higher detection rate or range than
Normal, yeah.
Yeah, normal or then host and stuff like that. So and that was also tied to desync, right? Or it was perceived as desync, but it was actually like mechanic flaws that we had. It was bugs, legit bugs. And now we're looking into a more sort of fix for the desync issue, where for you that don't know, it's where you would see a player running as he's interacting with something that's, you know, on the other side of the map and stuff like that. So that's what we're looking into right now, and we're making some progress.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So I mean,
we have 2 dedicated resources that's looking into it right now.
it's like we're on the hunt. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
So, are you planning to improve the performance in any way? From Virgil, and I didn't know what the answer should be before we started this stream, so I actually ran over to our lead programmer Artan, an everyday hero here at Overkill,
And put him on the spot again.
yeah, and I was like, how do you fix this now? No, so we are not having programmers working on the improvements of the performance on PC right now. We have a few of them working on the performance on console for the new update that's upcoming on the console later. And hopefully, as he said, that performance issues, if they solve them on the console, the solutions can spill over to the PC version and be fixed in the PC version as well. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and performance itself, it's something that we continuously work on.
Yeah,
and we're always like we're improving this engine, like always. And that's why you guys got to see cool stuff that hasn't been implemented before in Payday 2 as well, because we're upgrading the engine as we go, because our ambition is sky high, and then we're trying to implement it in our engine as well. So we're also working on performance in the meanwhile as well.
Yes.
And there's many questions.
The last question we had regarding tech and engines and stuff was if we would ever change the engine for Payday 2. And no, we will not change the engine for Payday 2. It's like changing the skeleton on a man. It's too advanced to actually change mid-production and engine in the game development. It's not doable.
It's not like we
It would take too much.
Yeah, we can't take
effort
the
and
whole
time.
game and just moving it to another engine like that. We would have to rebuild the game, basically.
Yeah. So it's a lot of Jules questions, but it's only 10 past 5. We're moving on
It's
to the
time for the
gameplay
chat.
questions, so we're moving back to the chat a while. Nerfing duck and cover made light armors much worse with many decks, such as Gambler and Muscle, and Grinders very underwhelming now. Was this your goal, Jules?
Well, I think these decks were too strong before these changes, especially thinking about Gambler and Grinder. And it's something that say a lot, but I think because it is even more true now is regarding this kind of gameplays and how the skill tree have been rebuilt. There is many options that the player need to think about when he does his build. Not only will my perk deck be enough by itself to sustain me, because now it should not. No, you need able to either improve more your armor, get something like Dire Need that allow you to have less enemy shooting at the player same time. Even certain weapons that are more like I won't say gimmicky, help you survive. A flamethrower is a good way to lock all the enemies by burning them alive, I guess, and watching them burn. These kind of things. So by themselves they might be weaker, but you guys should try find new combination.
Yeah, give it a chance.
Yeah.
And try to explore. I mean, explore like all the possibilities that are now available to you, basically.
I mean, we will be monitoring all of this, and if we see something is lacking more than the other, we'll try to do something.
Yeah.
Same thing the other way around. If something like stick out, we know what they say about the nails that stick out, it get hammered.
That is not a saying.
It's not a saying.
No, you just
not
make
even
it
in
shit
France.
up.
Like
No.
Okay. It's a good French saying. There we go.
It's
Nobody cares about France. You just.
Wow.
What does signing away?
And now they're on strike. It's too late now.
What does signing? Yeah, they will go on strike as they always
Yes.
do. the
What
French
have you
farmers.
done?
We care about France.
What does signing away from 505 do for you guys? Less DLCs or allow more creative ideas to come into play? I would say it won't change much at all, actually. It's more of a financial future thing for Starbreeze than a gameplay thing for us. We produce good together with 505. We had a really good cooperation, and we're probably going to meet up with some of these guys at E3 and have fun. No, it won't change anything in the production-wise, I would say.
Okay, I just want to say something. I see some questions that you guys are posting are like 10 lines in the chat. As much as we'd like to be answer everything, we cannot take such a long question as we don't have time now live to actually read the question, process what is the question all about,
it goes too fast.
and answer it. So if you have such questions that take more time to answer, my suggestion is that you go on the forums, do a post, join the discussion where it's already all about that.
Yeah.
We have a QA and other people at the office scouring the forum at all time, and if this will there any answer, it will, we will try to answer it. Yeah, sorry for the video again.
Yeah, so we kind of magically made Hampus disappear. That's pretty awesome. Good job, Jules.
Yeah,
So,
impressive, right?
a new question we have is, will you add these posters to the Payday 2 merch? And they're talking about these two.
Oh,
So I think this is the cover art for Payday, right? And this
yeah,
is
and this is the chivalry.
that Max, our super talented concept artist and vice art director, made.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have that one. I like
Yeah,
that
I
one a
wish I
lot.
would look like that. I don't. I'm kind of
Well,
fat.
people can dream.
That's why I have my computer here. But we can check with Max if we can do high-res uploads so you can actually print them yourself, or if we can add them to the merch. That's something we can look into.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's no real reason why not, except
No.
doing it, I guess. It's not as easy as it sounds.
Exactly. Will other masks come to the Overkill store? It's kind of a shame we lost Hampus for a few minutes now, because he would know that answer. But I think we're aiming to have all heisters in the merch store.
Probably.
Mask. Yeah.
It is kind of thing we don't really see why not. It's just, it takes process and time and getting all the production ready and these kind of things.
Yeah. I had a question here what the trade delay on Hampe is. And if it's according to Valve, I think it's 7 days.
The trade delay, yeah,
it's,
all the marketplace trading and all of that is.
But we actually want to get
controlled
rid
by
of
Steam.
Hampus, so if you want him right away now, you can just get him. Is there any chance, this is from Arias, I think that's LB one. Is there any chance to see a new enemy like a grenadier or a flamethrower rocket launcher? The chat is moving so fast, so I'm kind of cutting your question now.
I will
just to
answer-
kind of have a mix-up.
I
Can we
will-
do a new enemy with like a grenadier, rocket launcher, flamethrower guy, someone with a cool weapon or amazing skills, X-Men skills?
I think the first thing is take care of Winter first to make it more
Yeah.
interesting, and then we'll go as the game goes and see what we need more. If we need more enemies or if we feel like need something new to, shake it up, we'll do it.
Okay.
I saw a question
Yep.
about me being jealous of Draken Beard. The answer is no. I actually want to shave right now. Maybe you've seen I've been touching this a lot because I feel uncomfortable with this.
And it will take him like 2 years.
Yeah, about that, I don't know.
Can we get a replay functionality like in Team Fortress 2? I would love to make a cinematic of Payday 2 gameplay. I think you can still make a cinematic if you use the Valve tools, right?
Yeah, it's complicated. We don't have any, I want to say, supported tool for
But
this.
Team Fortress is also PvP, which always makes it more interesting. I think replay functionality in a PvE game with so many AI would be hard to achieve.
yeah,
right?
it's definitely not on our list
No.
of priority with what we have to do.
Nothing we've been thinking about. But I would recommend you to do a thread. And I mean, if a lot of people is hungry for it and want it, yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah, it let us to give the motivation to look at it.
We have Dar Saberclaw here asking for futuristic weapons, railgun, gas guns,
Maybe not
sci-fi weapon things.
sci-fi,
No.
but I guess we're probably gonna. I mean, we have so many weapons already, like hundreds of them, something like that. That we will eventually have to go into things more prototypey, kind of like I guess military high tech kind of things, because we can't have the weapon keep fresh and not have something new about them to push forward, right?
Yeah.
So not sci-fi, but maybe like
Sci-fi DLC is not confirmed. ATP gamer, you're like a bad newspaper. Don't do that. We will get to you.
as a bizarre video where they cut us and like reassemble the word and it means nothing again.
Party for Pancakes won't let us go, and he asks, what did he ask? Sorry, I need to scroll up a bit here. Will there ever be an option to remove chromatic aberration and lens flare? And yes, we can look into that. Same there. Post a thread and see what other people thinks. If it's popular, we can look into it. We are doing right now a lot of graphical updates, looking into the graphical aspect of the engine.
Yeah.
So if you have wishes, put a thread and we'll read it. Will there be more skins for the KSP 58? The only one is a legendary, basically unobtainable.
We're trying to fill all the slots with as many, so each weapon can have as many.
They're going in a rotation, and we also always have what would you say, a diversion of vanilla weapons and DLC weapons. So
trying to mix it up as much as possible.
And then when the workshop comes, we will always release a list for you what the next safe will be.
Idle player. Will this live stream be archived? Yes, it will. Is there now? We checked it, so every time we will stream, they will be automatically archived.
Hendog 2020 is asking if there will be an option where you can amplify or have more lens flare, and I think that's something we would leave for the modders actually. But we can, it's the same thing there. Make a post on the forum. If you get a lot of likes, we will look into it. Not likes as in Facebook, but you know, guys.
By Facebook, like to get the.
We have Daspola here doing the hashtag IKEA heist. We can't talk about IKEA heist because we've written paper, with IKEA. No, I'm kidding you. We will not talk about the IKEA heist. It's a big secret, and it's nothing we can talk about.
IKEA.
You mean you get
IKEA
your safe house and then it's empty, so you have to do something, right?
Do you know any new information you can share about the IKEA heist? No.
Well, it's safe assembled first. You get all the assets and elements.
You have to ask the modders of the game what the thing about the IKEA heist is.
Green.
Hampe is hacking. Oh, again and again.
Hampe is hacking?
Yeah, I don't know what he's hacking. It's something. Any plans with the safe house? I think we went through that. I recommend you to read the FAQ. It's pinned on general discussions. That's about it. Let's see. Should we move on to the thread again?
Yeah, sure.
When can we get an UMP 45, the epic Counter-Strike SMG? The Death Wish cops have it, so why can't we have it?
We need
Jules,
to make a
give it to us.
Well, you need to ask for power.
Oh, yeah.
Techie.
We need to ask Techie. Can you go get Techie?
What's that?
No, I'm kidding.
No, he's
no, we
working.
can't disturb him while he's working.
Yeah, he's making more weapon for you guys.
But I
It'd
mean,
be a shame.
When will we
That's the
finally
reason.
receive the perfect new heist with Overkill Office from Das Attack? Actually, we're gonna do a heist where we take Dice Office, of course. Why would we take our own? No, I keep it silent.
Yeah.
Dice heist confirmed.
Yeah, we start the war here against Dice. We will only use blasters when we take them out.
No, UMP 45 not confirmed. We can look into it, I guess, for one of the DLCs.
Oh my God.
But
Everything we say is under it. It's a comment. This is confirmed.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. All right.
IKEA is not either confirmed. No.
Wait, so they want an IKEA heist?
Will we ever get the missing lines for characters like Dragan's calls for Bodhi, Jimmy, and Sydney? Like all characters that are missing lines. I know you have been working tight with the sound department. Maybe you can tell us something about this?
About the missing lines?
About the missing lines.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, even to you guys that might not know the reason. So basically, we as we're releasing content, moving forward, and everything, we might release a character that 1 year ago another character wasn't, aware of. That, but we're always trying to catch up, and we are in contact with all our voice actors. So we're asking for new lines as they come along. Which one was the specific example that they used?
Oh, I don't remember.
Was it Dragon or
It's
Circle
gone, I
or something?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Something.
Well, know that we're aware of it, and we're always working on trying to improve that. And but missing lines, if it's a actual missing line that they don't say anything or they say the wrong thing, like, please go into the Steam forums and go to the bug report section and report it as a bug. Please, because then we can fix it faster.
We can, hopefully. So, we're moving back to the document for a few minutes to take the questions from the thread. As we promised, we take the questions for the thread. We will do that. This is from Kuro to you, Jules. Will you add new enemies?
Yeah, I think we already went over that, but here we go again. The first thing to do would be to probably improve winters, and then if the game is in need of a new challenge or something interesting, it's something we could definitely look into. There's many things we can do about enemies that they're not doing yet, and we need to get our programmers on board to see what we can do. But there is, we'll see what the future will give us.
Okay.
And that's something that's great for the suggestions and feedback form as well. If you have something, a new enemy idea or anything, just post it there. Like, we always appreciate when you guys come up with ideas for us, and we look at it.
I also want to do a shout out to Angus, who made the art for our latest webpage and also did the art for the poster for the update 100.
Oh yeah,
and made a few other
that was
other
awesome.
art regarding Payday. Super good, and we love you, Angus.
Thank you for that picture of Almir. That's
the one with the ball.
That went above my desk immediately.
So, will you be doing more betas for major patches in the future? I think we went over it, but yes, regarding gameplay,
seeing how successful
no when it's DLCs.
It was,
yeah. Are you guys planning on adding burst fire into the game?
We looked into it. There's no plan for it, but it's something we can definitely do.
Yeah.
So we just have to find the right spot and the right moment to do it.
Yeah.
Now comes what I think may be one of the most important questions that's been spinning around the forum for a while, and that's about the difficulty passes. Can we hope for a Death Wish Plus update to make this game worthy my time again? From Neutral End.
Yeah. So maybe some of you have seen the answer on the
Can we
thread.
start with maybe a half a question? That's like, has the game become harder after the skills pay has been released?
Harder? No. It actually probably have come a little bit easier for certain players, especially the more experienced bunch that's been in the beta and already know all they should do. To be honest, this is also good because it's going to take adaptation time for most players that just got into the new skill trees to know what's happening, to learn how to play again. But yes, we need to create a new challenge for these players that have 5,000 hours and they work like in sync perfectly and have the perfect build and everything there is to know about the game. So we will create a new challenge for this person. I don't know if it's necessarily directly a new difficulty or something new for them to do or a new way to challenge themselves. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah,
sure
we might even review the difficulty system that we have since the game has developed so much.
Exactly.
Yeah. As we've known for a long time, it's a really big gap going on between
from
Death Wish
Overkill
and Overkill.
Yeah.
And that's a hard gap to bridge for the mid-range players, I guess.
We definitely want to put the difficulty.
Oh, mid-range.
Yeah.
Flattery.
I mean, when you play with us and we're just like playing Overkill like he's Death Wish.
Man, get in that backpack again.
I'm getting carried in Hampus' backpack all the time. So, is there a melee revamp? We went through that question.
Yeah, so same thing again.
Yeah.
We want to improve the melee weapon,
Fast
but it's larger work we need to do. It's not just to change the value, but to fix the function itself of the melee weapon. Yeah. That takes time. We need to find a certain time slot to do it. So we'll see how things goes, and whenever we can and we have time, and this seems to be the opportunity time, we will do it.
We have a question here from Not Here for Fortune and Fame, and I will simplify his question, but when you choose weapons and skills and everything, they want to rename that into a set, so they can have their stealth set
basically
named stealth, and they get the right gun, the right skill set,
like a
and
loadout?
everything. Yeah, like a loadout set.
a loadout set.
Is that something we are looking into?
It's
or
actually something in the works.
Yeah.
It's a project we started.
it's an existing project, theoretical project. That's
They
not gone
haven't
out yet.
started working on it. Like our programmers haven't started
Nope.
working on it, but the project is listed somewhere.
But is it confirmed?
Well, you're the producer, Mr. Producer. Hmm?
Are you?
Yes, I am.
So,
And so are you. Come on.
Yes.
am I?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. One job.
One job.
And we
no.
forgot about it. Yeah.
So from I am ex Zachary, are you gonna fix the flashbangs, Jules? Say yes, god damn it.
Well, again, give me a programmer and I'll get this fixed.
Yeah.
Because I love having 10 seconds of white screen when I just like jump and crouch trying to leave.
So we are working on it.
We are working
I
on
would
it.
say yes.
Yes. Will the new skins also have stat boost? I can answer this. And yes, they will have stat boosts. Because now they're already in the game meta, as we release them for free as well. With side jobs and all that. So we will continue having the stat boosts.
As they have been doing, so yes.
Yeah, we will rather focus on the difficulties and raise the difficulty than removing the stat boost.
Yeah, we can remove the stat boost from the weapon skins that's already been sold, right?
No, because
No.
that's their property.
Yeah.
We can't change it.
Exactly. So basically, what that would mean if we removed it completely is that it would not be available to some players, and then the gap would even it would increase more, because then some players just have unobtainable stat boosts that nobody else, no other players can get, and that is not a good situation at all. So we're keeping the stat boosts.
Okay, so is it an entire new grenade with less damage than the one in the DLC?
Oh, I see
We-
these questions.
Yeah, we have
a
been
lot.
answering this a lot as well.
Yeah. But the new grenade we added for the 100th update work the exact way as the frag grenade from one of our DLC. Same damage, same area of damage, same function. We did buff the damage actually of all grenades, so they would be more useful compared to the Molotov.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jules. I'm going to jump this question, as we already talked about Infamy 3.0. And now one of my favorite questions for the day. Also, are we ever going to get arms and leg hitboxes? This has been one of my lovely child projects that I have put a lot of time into.
The reason it's taking
right
so
now.
long is because Joachim is programming it itself.
Yeah, that's why. No, we're looking into it. There are several issues why it haven't happened yet, and why we're having problem implementing it now. But we are trying to overstep those obstacles, and we're trying to release leg and arm hitboxes during 2016.
Yep.
Is there going to be a 4 to 7 day heist in these 18 months? From Sean X17. He was a member from. You remember East 17? No, you don't. You're too young. Just answer the question.
So answering the question
Yeah.
after this.
One of them.
At least one of them. One of the question I can answer. No, so far there's no plan for a heist above 4 day. The reason being we don't see this as being interesting for the player. The fun thing about the game is that it's dynamic and people get to get in, jump in the heist. It doesn't mean that if we don't get the demand for it, we won't do it. But as far as we've been seeing, we think it's more inconvenient than interesting to have a heist that is composed of 4 days or more. As it creates a lot of loading screens, or makes the heist really, really long to complete. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think it's more interesting to have long 1 days or 10-minute 2 days with intense action in them. These kind of things.
I mean, we get the appeal, of course, that some players they want the 4 day and 7 day heist, just to sit down and do it, play for what could it take, 3 hours then or something like that. No, 2 hours, maybe. Yeah, or 1 hour. But at the same time, you can follow a storyline of the 2 day heists. For instance, the the Hotline Miami and the Hoxton Breakout storyline. Like it goes through like that's 5 days basically in sequence. It starts the storyline of Hoxton basically.
And to realize, I mean, for us doing a heist pack with 2 levels, that's like between 2 and 4 months work.
Yeah, I mean,
realizing that if we do a 7-day heist, that would take over maybe 6 to 8 months to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the days will have to be shorter than if they have been 2 days.
But also,
it's not optimal for this game to actually do it. I think when we put 7 days in, I wasn't actually working here then, but I would presume that it's more of a art thing, cosmetic thing to have all 7 days of a week.
That you see that
that you see it in game 7 days. Yeah. Let's move on. Will there please come more stealth heists? And more heists like the Juwelier.
The Juwelier.
As he spelled it out here, Diamond Eclipse 42.
What was the question?
More stealth heists.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or small heists, like jewelry store.
Yeah, and I mean we got the question frequently before we released
Murky Station?
Murky Station?
Yeah, Murky Station, yeah. And I mean, I feel that we've proven that we still have an interest in stealth, for sure. Like creating stealth heists, yeah.
We're doing less stealth heists because I would say it's more complicated to like well-round up.
And we want to make it good.
And it's less community members that play stealth, I think. Is it? Or
we have more loud players than stealth, for sure.
Yeah.
So we need to distribute accordingly to what people play.
Yeah, of course. So, I have a good question for you now. Do you guys remember the XM1014 Gen 6 SWAT? The shotgun SWAT?
Yes.
Yes?
No, you don't, because he doesn't exist in the
but...
But he does. Jules, tell me more about the shotgun SWAT. The mystery.
One day he'll be here, and then he'll hurt, and then you'll know he'll be here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So you have plans for the guy?
Well, we have a balance pass coming up, no? Maybe Unit could do something about making the game a bit harder, I guess.
I remember the hardcore heist.
But then I don't know. You know, who am I to say that, right?
So, last question from the document before we end up in the chat. Do you plan on buffing or nerfing any of the perk decks? This is from the Silenced Kitten.
Yes, so Silenced Kitten,
I love that name.
I can only think about Postal and the Cat Silencer.
Oh my god, yeah.
No, it's out here.
That's horrible.
So, yes, we will keep tweaking the perk decks, and the big one on the list is a Hitman perk deck. He lost what was making him appealing, which was the Akimbo, of course. So it needs something new, fresh. The problem is just buffing the armor regen won't make the Hitman perk deck something interesting for the player, and we need like a more durable solution to this. That's why it takes a bit more time to get there. But yeah, we'll keep tweaking the game until everything's perfect, which is hopefully gonna happen one day.
Yeah. So I have 2 questions that I need. One question from the chat here I will answer. So, how will the workshop work? Yeah, there is the same thing as with the Safe House FAQ. There is a workshop FAQ. I think we released it from the pinned because it's been up for so long time. But you can search for it and you will find it. But most questions we got about this is regarding the payments. Now, when we don't take money for the keys, how will we pay the skinners, the people providing us with the skins? And we don't have an answer. I talked with Almir on the phone today, checking what he thought. Me and Hampus have been talking a bit, and we don't have an answer yet. There is one possibility that it could be free. There's one possibility that we could pay, but Valve doesn't support us that those who make the skins could get a cut from the sales between people, the market transactions. So that is not an option. I've seen many people suggesting that. That's not an option because Valve doesn't have that functionality for us. But we will look into that and we will provide an answer before the workshop is out, of course. Thank you, Gad51. That's very nice of you.
Are they telling you?
They're telling me he's sexy and he's
they're
falling
telling me
for
I'm
it.
sexy, and the other guy just above him told me to shave, so he didn't like me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, it's the same as at the office then. It's like 50-50, likable, not likable.
Yeah, something like that. Almir also told me that we should talk about a misconception that has been on the forum for a few days. We all read that 505 was the bad guys behind the microtransactions, and when we released them, no, when we bought them out, that the microtransactions suddenly disappeared. They are not connected to each other, and we've done. It was our choice to do the microtransactions. We've done it because we thought we could make money to do more stuff in the game and have more fun. We didn't realize it would be such a turnover and that you would hate it so much. So we turned back on it, and here we are.
Yeah.
Without the microtransactions. But 505 shall have no blame in it, because they never forced us to have or not have microtransactions in the game. They have never told us what to do with our content.
No, they've been an amazing publisher.
Yeah. So
it's unfair to suggest otherwise. Basically.
I just want to clarify that for all that sees. Let's go to the chat again. So we have Hendog 2020 again asking when Gage is going to be a playable character.
Or we have vehicles now, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just not
hard. Oh wait, that is.
I'm
still waiting for the answer.
It's your responsibility now.
It's my amazing smile actually broke the screen.
Yeah, I think it's a way. It's a good place to stop.
It's always when Hampus laughs, the screen freezes. So we're back.
Yeah, so we're back, and no, Gage is Gage will not be a playable character, but he is still like a part of the PAYDAY lore, of course, and he might very well be a contractor.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Everybody needs guns.
Yeah, and especially Gage.
Yeah, especially Gage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Keep them questions coming. Are we going to make a season pass? No. Or yes, no. No. As we spoke about before, we are discussing internally about bundling up
the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, something like that. We don't have an answer that is definite right now, but we are talking about it with both Bo, Andreas, Samir. Everybody's talking
about the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, Game of the Year, and how we will bundle it up and what we will do from here.
Yeah,
but we will do something probably. So, Starbreeze, will you add character customizations?
As what? Like
I don't know. Armors maybe?
Really
I don't know. Suits?
Well, isn't that like kind of a you questions?
Yeah, maybe. This is nothing we have in pipe for now to customize the characters. But I know, like usual, make a thread. If it's popular, we look into it. We always try to schedule that we have DLC, or release, and we have some spare time in between where we schedule up, so we actually can put stuff in that people want, right? Yeah. Can we will you reduce the price of the Xbox 360 version, since right now it's €40 for a dead game? That's not up to us. Actually, we can't answer that question. No. Sorry. I want to make a suggestion for Infamy bonus. Allow T1 basic skill count towards all sub-trees, getting steady grip count as 1 point towards engineer and breacher.
Yeah, maybe I'm not counting right, but that sounds like a worse version of the current. Oh no, unless you count the Ace version. Yeah, but then it sounds too strong. I think we'll currently keep the Infamy as it is. It seems to be working, and it does allow the possibility to do more interesting build to the player. If it turns out that it's not true, and I see otherwise on the forum or when people playing, I guess we look into it. But so far it seems to be working.
Yeah. So let's see if we have some more questions. We have one here from Inspector 81. Anyone looking into improving bot teammate AI? You want to answer that too, Jules? It feels like gameplay.
Well, we do have a project on the pipeline to improve
Yeah.
Team AI. I'm not sure when it's happening, but it's there.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Oh.
The secret.
Okay, we have a secret project about improving Team AI that no one heard about it,
No.
especially not from me.
Yeah, we're working on it.
So I got a question from Mini Commander, also a frequent user on the forum. Hello, Mini Commander. Hope you're having a great day. His question is, have we forgot about the secret? The secret?
What secret?
What secret?
No one talking about.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's move on. So, No Mercy. When?
Don't look at me again. You get as a producer at an ending discussion
I
about
mean,
this.
it's as simple as
We don't want to spoil when we
No.
release which heist.
No.
No. We do want to release all of the heists from Payday. The heist.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
goal. More than that, I don't really want to say.
no.
But we're gonna
Let's
do
just
that.
leave it at that.
Yeah. Let's see if we have more questions. Can we expect to see more heists revolving around character arcs? That feels like a you, Hampus.
If they can expect more,
Yeah,
Like
more heist that is connected to the
Directly
lore
to-
of
yeah.
the, I guess, the main characters or the other characters.
oh right, yeah.
Like how we free Oxton, I guess.
Yeah, something
Mm.
like that. Yeah.
I mean, expect it. Yeah, you can expect. Like, I mean, we're always interested in improving like the storyline. We also want to, of course, like finish the story arcs. That some of them are unfinished, right? Like the favorite example is Euro-San Kento that we talked about in the
Yeah,
beginning.
we just got a question. What's happening?
What's
With
happening?
Kento.
Oh. Well, that's a secret.
He's,
You don't want
he's working at
Yeah.
the China store in 4 stores.
no, but I mean, you can ask the question, but do you really want to know? Like, do you want me to spoil? Do you want me to spoil the ending of a movie? That's basically what you're asking for. So I'm not going to answer any sort of Giro-related questions or anything. But we're always interested in creating interesting story arcs and interesting, just interesting heists. And if the two connects, like even if we tie a new character or an old character to a heist, then that's something that we think is fun. But it needs to fit, right? It's nothing that we're going to force. Never, basically. But you can probably expect it because it's something that we always like to do.
Good. Then I have a question here. Can we have I'm gonna fix the screen again.
What is the wrong with the camera?
Yeah, this camera.
I don't know, but you stop right
It's
where
really
it looked
gone.
like
Yeah.
you have.
It's always when I move.
Yeah.
So I should just like, oh wait, here.
So
That's a good. Yeah.
I lost my question. It disappeared. Oh no.
I'll do this.
Yeah, you have pretty glitter eyebrows.
Yeah. Look.
Is the
No,
soundtrack gonna be updated soon? Yes, we're gonna upgrade the soundtrack. We're working on it. Is the new heister an original character, or is that information hidden in the dentist loot? Which new character?
Qua?
I don't know. Hamper did look good with a pink eyebrow though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at yeah. So
We'll fix a better overlay for that.
hide as much as my face as possible.
I love this one by Crowo. Hamper is shaped like a friend.
Like a what?
Like a friend. You're shaped like a friend. You're so friend-zoned.
Oh.
By the community. Boom.
Man. It just takes one look and you already knew me.
Do you have any plans of improving the third-person animations? Ask BF Ninja 123.
Asking me?
Yeah, I'm
I
asking.
don't know,
you.
he's looking at you, I'm just doing the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was too
Third per-
focused with the pink eyebrows. I'm sorry, guys. What was the
Third-person
question again?
animations.
Third
Are
person.
we gonna improve them?
For characters or enemies?
I think
Or
we're
in
talking
general.
about like
Didn't say.
bird holding weapons
Yeah,
now, we don't
it-
have
it-
variation for...
It didn't say.
That would be my guess. I mean, the thing that we're liking the most is more like correct third-person animation for all the weapons we have.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Loltroll.
Yeah, it's a good question, and like all of these questions, like it will become an answer where it's like, yeah, we always want to improve the game, right? And then we need to sort of balance it. Like, what do we want to improve first? Like for me, like the biggest thing is desync, right? Like just improving gameplay in general, because animation is just like eye candy, right? But we still want to do it, of course. Like animations are super important, and maybe it's even connected, like desync and animation, right? So we might just in the same sort of project, we might find that, hey, we should improve the animations as well. But it's like Jules is saying, like we're already aware of like some issues that we have with third-person animation, and our animators really want to do some changes to third-person animation as well. So it's something that we want to look into. It's basically us ranking like issues, like of things that we want to improve, and just going down the list. It's nothing goes like into a bucket. We're just like sorting it step by step.
Yeah, exactly. It's always the difficulty of us producers to and our bosses, that we need to get in the new stuff and trying to, prioritize the old stuff, the stuff that needs to be fixed, and it's hard.
Yeah,
but we're doing our best. What about harder difficulty than Death Wish? We talked about this, and Jules promised to do some improvements. Hopefully, didn't you?
Well, you did it for me now, so I guess.
Let's see if we have more questions. Inspire Nerf. I am waiting an answer. This is from Tactical Bacon.
Yeah, Inspire was way too strong in the term of the player can just someone die across the wall over there, and there is 3 Skulldozers, a Cloaker, Taser, and a bunch of shields shooting at him, and then you will have that one player just getting him up no matter what. And make a lot of situation where the player should have failed for either not being like cautious enough, or like how to say that. It was saving the player from a lot of situation where he should have punished for not doing the correct thing, making the game a lot easier if you just have that kind of safety belt that just, oh, well, if I do that thing wrong and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I will just be saved by Inspire, making people like care a bit less about what they're doing in game. So it was in need of a nerf. I mean, we got to that situation where there was no team without Inspire, which in my book means there's something that's not right if everyone feel like that skill is mandatory to play anything in the game. So maybe it's not there yet, maybe we need some tweak. So we look into what we can do as the game evolves, as usual, as with all the other things.
I had another question that I've seen a lot on the forum and seen it come in here a few times now, and it is about the weapon balance. Will we get a new weapon balance?
No. We had already, I mean, changing the skill changed everything around the skill in the game, because they affect all aspect of the player. That is weapon, armor, speed, all of this. And at the same time as we did the skill beta, we did balance some weapons to start with, like the pistol, and the skill have changed, which I think weapon in different way, making assault rifles more interesting and these kind of things. So we will not have a big weapon rebalance pass, but we will try every now and then to like take these weapons that are under that for a reason or another people don't want to play with, and see what we can do to make them more interesting and appealing for the players. Which is also true for a weapon that turns out to be too strong. We probably do something so there. Brings them down a notch.
See, I'm checking through my Steam to see if I have some questions. See, are you going to greenlight the community weapon mod rebalance project?
Greenlight it?
Don't know. I haven't seen a community weapon rebalance pass. Have you seen it?
I mean, yeah, they have mod that changed this, but I mean, it's a mod. If I mean, as a player, if you decide to play with it, as long as you don't like affect anyone else by doing so, it's not a problem. It's actually good. Just the same thing I was saying earlier. When using mods, the thing to think about is, am I disturbing anyone else than myself? And I want to say, even mods that make yourself stronger change the experience for other users. Sorry. So I just want people to think about this before they go into a mode. If you know the people and they're okay with this, all the mods are pretty much fine. But do not play with random with something that alter gameplay or this kind of thing, as they might not want this experience changed for themselves.
Yeah, it's about respect, basically.
Exactly.
So I got a question here. If we just couldn't implement Valve's anti-cheat system, VAC, and no, that's not a possibility. As one of the things it does is actually count the files you have and look that it's not touched. I think in somehow,
and also the
and that would mean the end of all modding for
all
Payday 2.
modders gone.
Yeah. Any plans on fixing some of the minor issues for Payday the Heist? For starters, or install scripts should be added. DirectX physics install. I think Payday the Heist is done. It's not a decision up to me.
Oh, updating.
Payday the Heist. Updating Payday the Heist. It's not a decision up to me. It has to be the lead producer Andreas, who is out flying today, and Amir and.
When you say it like that, he's like.
He's out flying in an airplane somewhere. We don't know where. I think he was in Munich since I talked to him. All you German fans, he's down there with you.
Hunt him down.
Hunt him down. So let's see if we have another question. Why are akimbo pistols so useless right now, Jules?
I don't think they are.
Okay.
It's not because Joachim cannot play with them that they're bad.
Okay.
Do you want to go into more detail about the gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, still really strong choice. Right now, most pistols have like a lower rate of fire than they used to have. But Akimbos, on top of having more ammo, especially with the skill, and doubles the fire rate. I mean, 2 pistols.
Yeah.
So they have obvious advantage over the other pistol. Sure, there is like a counterpart that it is that they will like have more what's it called?
Recall.
Recall, yes. So they're more punishing in terms of spamming if it's not controlled or mod for it or have any sort of skills that helps, I guess. But I think they're a really strong choice. I was playing with them myself the other day and pretty good cross kill build with body expertise and some other skills.
Yeah.
I mean, not body expertise. What is it called? Top tier of pistols.
Yeah.
Trigger happy.
So we have a question here. What our favorite heists are, the 3 of us, and why? So let's start with you, Hampus. What's your favorite heist and why?
It was Dockyard because I was so good at stealthing it, but since TC and Jack just fucking destroyed me, then
we're looking at you, Jack.
Yeah, I'm not happy, and I
read it for Hampus.
But he's really good, so maybe I shouldn't be so hurt. But no, one of my favorite heists right now. I mean, it's always going to be in my heart. It's Big Bank. I mean,
yeah, it's a beautiful heist.
Big Bank is.
Why would it be Big Bank?
And in loud, this is in loud. Although it's fun in stealth, I like it in loud, especially because I bring 2 shotguns in. And yeah, okay, the roof is pretty hard, but at the same time, just defending the vault with the overkill skill is an amazing experience. Yeah, it's slaughter. It's just slaughter, and that's super fun. It's criminally fun. Yeah.
Yes, we do like you, body sound repair. Of course we do. So
yeah, for me, it's Oxon Breakout. I love the duration and the amount of enemies that end up swarming directly above your head.
You're talking about day 2?
Yeah, day 2. One of your thing to do is to get the grenade launcher and to see the body flies. And the flamethrower is also a fun combination with that.
Yeah.
And just see all the enemy comings and try to survive the pressure as long as possible until it collapses. Especially on this, which can get really intense when a few bulldozer happen to spawn at the same time and move towards the players.
Yeah.
This kind of thing is kind of fun to deal with.
I think my favorite heist was Dockyard as well. Not because I was a super mega stealther, but it was.
But you learned stealthing.
I learned stealthing on Dockyard, and it was very important for me. But I would say big shout outs to Patrick Murphy on this one, but Hoxton Revenge, actually, because I like the theme and the setting on that one. I think it's a beautiful level with a lot of details, like you have those drones up in the air, The garden is perfectly balanced. I like it. I think Constant Revenge is a good map, and I think Patrick Murphy did an amazing job with that. So let's see if we have a few last questions. It's ending our time soon.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Will shotgun damage mechanics be reworked to let multiple pellets hit the same target? Short answer, Jules.
We already got an answer to that. Our programmer says it's not something we can do right now in a timely manner. So no. It would be interesting, but sadly not.
Yeah.
Sorry, bad English. You plan to add a Latino heister in the future, and that's the same answer as before with the Turkey heister. Turkish. Yeah, not the Turkey, the Turkish heister.
Yeah, the Turkish.
We're always looking at your suggestion, but it has to fit in our schedule with the time, what our plans is. We often do characters that are connected to heist and stuff.
It can be a turkey. Need to be able to hold the rifle.
He can. It's a small rifle. Yes, throwing knives.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have
No.
anything else to say.
And we can't do.
It will be fun.
Yeah.
It's Latino, like something.
So
like,
many nationality to do, and
Yeah.
I guess
As long as we don't do a French one, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's basically something. Oh, the screen popped again. It's when I move. That's
Yeah,
that's
please
what
don't
it
move.
is. Yeah,
You're too friendly for that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
over
The-
friendly.
I got a body of a friend. Was it? Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you shaped like a friend.
Is it because I'm huggable? Like this is what I'm asking, because I hate hugs.
Oh,
So don't do that.
Who is Overkill's favorite contractor? Asks Overkill Adolf Hit.
No.
Yeah, whatever. So our favorite contractor is of course Bane.
what? No,
Yes.
it's Vlad.
I'll talk for everyone.
I mean, yeah.
No.
We should probably our results speak for itself, right? Like who has
Yeah.
the most contracts? Yeah.
Overkill Joachim, are you going to fix Captain Winters so when spawn in he does not break the game as an infinite assault wave?
Yeah.
Yes, we're looking into that issue. It is a kind of complicated issue, but we are looking into it.
Yeah.
Will you be adding more dozer tiers? Jules?
Dozer.
Can we get a
tiers?
mega dozer?
You remember what was that April where we had like what is a mecha dozer or something like that?
Mecha dozer?
Mecha dozer?
That would
Yeah.
be awesome.
My
But-
favorite is also
but see, would
the
it-
punch your shield with a mirror.
Yeah.
Can we get a reconnect button for when we get disconnected from the host? Maybe even keep the EXP.
The reconnect button sounds like a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing idea. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
doable. It's something we can talk.
Yeah. We'll
about.
look into it. Like that sounds like legitimately. It sounds like a Why not basically?
Das Attack asks when we're getting pet in the game, such as attack dogs. I would like a bunny in that case, if that's doable.
I want to see.
No, a fox.
I want to say
Fox.
we seen what happened with animals in other games.
Yeah, shout out to Puzzle Fox. We are getting that fox mask.
Do
No,
not listen to your
I
kids.
can't promise anything. I'm just want it as much as you do. We're working on it, you and me together.
Maybe he'll wear us down until
The
it happens.
texture will be based on the color of Joachim's hair.
Oh, that would be a doll fox, though. So let's see if we have a last question we can take before we close down. Is migrating host possible?
Not right now.
No,
I mean,
it's overhauling a system that's been in place for
Yeah.
a really long time. It's to basically, if you don't realize about what you're asking, it's basically redoing like tons of stuff, and it also affects all the network syncing for all the skills and everything. It's a lot of work. It's something that we want to do,
The blue button.
but
Right,
don't depend on it. Like that, we're gonna do it. Right.
Blue button, right.
there's something.
Okay, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We had tons of fun. I had tons of fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Me and Puzzle Fox had tons of fun.
I broke the camera.
Yeah.
but-
Jules, did you have fun?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if you want to see this happen again, please write to us.